All right, all right, all right. What's up, everybody? It is Big Game James with my dog, Boss Cowboys in the house. Man, it's been a while. We come out of nowhere and just jump off the top turnbuckles and hit y'all with two face. You know what I'm saying? We don't plan it. We just bring it in. And we're going to have a nice little special guest, Mr. Nate Boyer. We're going to talk about a lot of things that's been going on. DeMarcus Lawrence, Jerry Jones, just a lot of stuff. What's up, big dog? How you doing, Mike?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Just, been on vacation. It's been slow. So I, kind of pulled back, kind of, how it is. You got to recharge. And, I've been keeping up with all you guys' shows. And I know y'all feeling the burn, you know, 'cause- you
The
know what I mean? Because
burn.
when they coming back to
The
back to back to
burn.
back to back to back like that, like y'all been doing, people don't
Man,
have no idea how the work that it takes to
the
prep,
energy.
the energy to get ready, just everything, just to make sure that you just all the way ready for the people that's listening to us, man. So salute to you guys, and I always feel welcome every time I come kick it with my boy Sky and Big Game,
Sure.
the James.
You know how, hey, you boss hog. You got it all up in the feet. Everybody boss hog, boss hog, boss hog. We ain't gonna even call you boss Cowboys no more. We're just gonna call you boss hog.
Hey,
Boss
hey,
hog.
only you could do that though, man. See, because I don't let everybody do that, Big Game.
Okay, well, it's just gonna be
But
me.
only you, brother.
It's just me. All right, man. Hey, yo, Nate's gonna be here in a minute, but let's just already just jump off. It's the centered around the subject has been going on, with Jerry Jones with the silence on Black Lives Matter. Now we just seen the back and forth with Stephen A. Smith and DeMarcus Lawrence. Um, you know, I'm gonna ask you, what are your thoughts about that situation with DeMarcus Lawrence jumping out, basically saying it ain't on Jerry, it's on us. We're the ones that got to make the difference. We're the ones that got to jump out there and do. We can't rely on the owner doing this and that. And Stephen A. come back and like, nah, Jerry needs to say something. He talk about everything else, but he needs to say something. What's kind of your thoughts on, that whole situation with the DeMarcus Lawrence thing, and then people talking trash about DeMarcus Lawrence, possibly calling him a coon because they think he's supporting Jerry Jones.
Yeah,
You there?
I'm all the way here, man. I think when you dealing with, because I frankly want Jerry Jones not to say anything either, bro. Because if if
Mm-hmm.
if if to me we being wise, you don't want the message of justice and what people are trying to accomplish, trying to bring races together and trying to get us to get off of the divide that we're on. I mean, Jerry would honestly be a distraction. He would be a major distraction at this point if he said anything. It don't, it, and then it's almost like you don't want somebody to say something they don't mean, because to me, Big James, to me, Sky, he already said what he mean. So if you already said what you mean, then why would I try to get you to change what you think? Because I read, I looked at history, because if you go watch the All or Nothing, he came out because Trump said September 22nd, 2017. Don't you wish those sons of bitches, or somebody would say,
Yeah.
you know, when he called them sons of bitches about kneeling, right? That inflamed the whole NFL, and you saw 9 owners with their players all protest together. The funny thing is that was the Phoenix game. Y'all remember that game in Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the pro
Mm-hmm.
when they kneeled.
Yeah,
Pretty
when they
much took the
kneeled,
kneel.
right?
That's
The
when they kneeled. Yeah.
following week was that game after that, and the league was trying to come together to say we didn't like that statement, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so, and they wanted to show unity, and all of them did it different. Some of them locked arms. And I really listened close because I listened to it today. The background was super important. Like literally, Jason Garrett said, "Hey, I would rather not deal with this if I didn't have to, but I'm looking at the post in my locker room, and people are real upset about this. And so it's something we need to figure out, and then we need to all do it together." He said that on All or Nothing, right? So then if we look back at
Mm-hmm.
history, we saw what the compromise was. And then they did something very pivotal in the All or Nothing. Jerry Jones gave the final speech, and he said, "We are going to protest together, all of us together. But I really need y'all to stand for the flag." So he already told you what he think. You know what I mean? So for us to come out and think that he's gonna say anything different than how he thinks, It's not gonna happen. And it'll honestly be a waste of time. And it'll be a major distraction because people like Stephen A. Smith only want Jerry to speak so they can keep talking about it in ratings.
I was
It's
just
really not.
I was
Right.
just going to ask
That's
you
not.
guys
Yeah.
that. Do you
That's
think that the reason why the media is calling for Jerry to come out of hiding per se is because we know he's ratings
yes.
gold. It's the Cowboys. It's the kind of the owner. He's the face of the owners of the NFL.
Right.
And where are we at right now? There's no sports. There's no football news, and it's the dead period. So what better thing to talk about than Jerry Jones opening up his mouth about this situation, whether he should or he shouldn't.
Right.
I mean,
It's a trap.
it is a trap, and I've made 2 videos about this. Some people have got on me. Oh man, yo, no, Jerry should say something. No, I
No,
told you, said it twice in my video. I don't think Jerry should say nothing because
nothing.
at the end of the day, as I said before, just like you said with the Stephen A. Smith thing, Stephen A. Smith, man, I'm sorry, dog. You just doing that shit for ratings, bro. Like, and when he came back at DeMarcus Lawrence, like, no, and he gave this long ass speech. It's just a bunch of bullshit. It makes me just I like Stephen A as a person. He seems like he's a good person, but you be doing that stuff for ratings, dog, because at the end of the day, you know damn well he's sitting there like, no, I want Jerry Jones to say something because, man, Jerry Jones saying nothing ain't changing jack. It's not, I don't, if it's changing your view of Jerry Jones, I'm sorry, I'm questioning you what you're thinking of Jerry Jones. Because, first of all, if Jerry Jones was going to say anything, he should have said it when it first came out. When it first came out, when it first dropped, Black Lives Matter, when it first dropped. He don't even say nothing now because now it's a catch-22. If he comes out and say something now, everybody gonna say you didn't mean it. You just saying it now because
They
everybody
put
told you to
pressure on
say
you.
it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't say nothing, other people still gonna say, "Oh, see, I told you, he Master Jerry, he Master Jerry." But ain't nobody else yelling at all these other 32 owners that ain't saying jack poo. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to attach to Jerry because, like Scott was saying, and just like we all agree, this the Dallas Cowboys. If Jerry Jones says 2 damn sentences about this thing, they're going to talk about it for the next 2 damn months.
weeks.
They're
Yeah,
going to
you
sit
said two
there and
months.
I said 2 months. You said 2 weeks. I said 2 damn months. You got it? Because you know what they're going to do for 2 months? They're going to dissect every
Yeah, they
single
gonna milk it.
word that came out of his mouth and
Yep.
try to twist it 27,000 times. And then, oh, what did he mean by this? And what did he see? I told you, man, look,
So
okay, look.
let me ask you. Let me kind of elaborate on this comment here by Charles Namasaka. He says Stephen A has a job to do, and then he put money signs. Good man though. So what I want to kind of elaborate on is, doesn't Jerry also have a job to do as well though? I mean, I know he's a billionaire or what have you, but isn't Jerry has his hands in a ton of different things financially that if he came out and spoke, it could do something to that. I'm not saying damage him in a way where he'll be broke, but
It's the brand.
right,
He's
right.
protecting
So
the
basically,
brand.
what Charles is saying is Stephen A is protecting the brand. Well, isn't, and I'm not saying this is Jerry should. I'm just saying, isn't that what Jerry's doing basically?
Yeah, he's protecting the brand.
Yeah,
He's
Jerry.
protecting his Cowboys. That's
And
what he
I
does.
and I really wish he wouldn't. I mean, I wish Santa Claus was real when I was young, but he's fake, right? So it's the same thing. I wish Jerry would say, you know what, I'm gonna risk billions for the cause.
But is
Uh,
he risking billions though? Here's the thing though. Here's the thing, boss. My thing is you don't gotta say nothing. It speaks louder to me than you saying something because words don't mean jack shit to me. How about you take all that damn money you got and put it into some programs? Because think about it, and I mentioned this before. You remember how everybody was on Dak Prescott calling him a coon and fake and all that because I ain't really about the anthem thing, and everybody tried to tell him he was a sellout, but all of a sudden he donates $1 million to the
they still
police
called him a
reparation.
sellout.
But
That's silly.
more people started saying, "Okay, I see you, Dak. I see you, Dak.
Yeah,
That's the
some
right."
did. Yeah,
A
some
lot
came
of
over.
people, a lot of people changed their views. Well, because he did that. My thing is money talks. If you ain't saying nothing, okay. But if you go out there and go into the communities and donate money, to me, that speaks a lot of volumes to me. Now, I'm not saying money. I got my guy, Mr. Antoine White, saying money don't fix problems. Yeah, it don't. But
Yeah, it
come on,
does.
Yeah,
What?
that's what I'm saying. You go in these communities and actually give your money, because I can sit there and tell you, hey, Black Lives Matter, and then walk away and I ain't did nothing for you. But if I sit there and tell you Black Lives Matter and I donate $2 million to the fund, then you're gonna start believing what the hell I said, right?
Oh yeah, money, man, money
Money
talk,
talks, bullshit walks.
man, all day. And then another thing, Big Game and Scott, is Jerry also spoke on Black Lives Matter. People forget that part. He said during that time around September in 2017, he said, y'all need to look at why they're protesting. That's what he said. In other words, he was saying, yeah, it's not what they doing, it's the why they're doing it. He said it. Jerry said it. But the reason why he did a 180, because that exact same week, guess who tweeted at him? Trump.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to look at it like this on business. When you have all the followers that Trump has and loyal followers, do you want to stir that bee's nest? Because he got stung by it the first time, September 2017, right?
Right.
And he made a choice. He was like, you know what? He went from I'm gonna kneel with these guys and protest the cause that he acknowledged was real, and then turned around and said, if anybody protests and takes a knee during the anthem, he did a full 180 because of one tweet. People got to really realize, remember, um, Reed, who played for Carolina, was with Cap, and they was in
Eric
those
Reed.
negotiations for those. Yeah, what's it? Say his name again?
Eric Reed.
Eric Reed. Thank you. So Eric Reed was in those negotiations, and guess what he said? Big Games.
What's up?
He said that they was all afraid of a tweet from the president. Because see, when you trying to fill your stadiums and you got a business to run, everybody not willing to take bullets for the cause. That's why, that's why I really went out my way to say something to Jeff Kavanaugh. I went out my way because I was like, man, I see what y'all going through on Twitter. Y'all the ones really put me on Twitter real big,
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
I saw it. I saw it real time. Scott was like, you got to get in that Twitter, man. And I start getting into it. I say, oh my God.
Where
I
that,
mean,
man?
they taking bullets for the cause, So it's not everybody's willing to take shots for what's going on in America. And Jerry's not one either.
I mean, I don't think he's willing to take the shots, but here's my thing when I go back to it, and I've heard some people come, what I mean, well, I think he's racist. I don't know because I'm not
Nah.
in that person's brain, but I don't feel that way. He is that way because like I said, I've talked to too many Cowboys players that have not came at me and said anything like that. Like I've asked them questions, they're like, no, and these are black players that are telling me this. Okay, now I understand what people are saying about him being silent, but come on, y'all, let's be honest. Him jumping out and saying something now really gonna change your view? Oh, that's gonna make you think, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
No, it's
Because
not.
my thing is this: if you really feel a certain way about, if you feel this way about Jerry, and then don't let it be your team no more. Like if you really real about it, that can't be your squad no more. If you think you're racist, don't talk all that trash you think is a racist, but the Cowboys still your team. Because
Right.
I hear people jump up there and talking about, oh, well, this is this and this. But if you feel that so strongly about it, then why would it still be your team? Then wouldn't you still be supporting that team if you think that way? You get what I'm saying? I just don't want to hear that kind of talk where people are jumping out there and saying, Jerry got to say something like it's going to change the world. It's
No,
not. Jerry
no.
jumping out there and saying something ain't changing the world, and it's not gonna. Oh, Jerry Jones said nothing, said something now. Oh man, come on, man. No, it's not.
And Jerry has already spoken also. See, people want to hear from Jerry directly, but remember that whole PR thing that came out and that photo op and all that stuff that came out with Dak and showing all the work that they was doing with Zeke and all that kind of stuff. Y'all saw that promo about what they're doing to help with the causes of injustice and police brutality and all that kind of stuff, and having talks and really, really trying to get to the root of fixing this problem. You don't release that without a sign off from Jerry.
I'm just
You
saying.
don't release that without his sign off. I was talking to my brother West Coast today, and he said that same thing. He said, "Man, no, you can't have that piece come out, period, without his sign off. So it's like I'm not interested in Jerry talking, more so because I feel like it's gonna hurt us. I think it's gonna hurt the cause. I think it's bad because then, just like what happened the first time with Cap when he first came out, the very first thing that happened is he came out and he was very clear. I am for the military. I'm so glad Nate coming on because he gonna be able to talk about that in detail because it's actually Nate's idea. It was Nate's idea for him to kneel. And he's gonna talk about that. I can't wait to hear that. But at the same time, it's just one of those things to where, I mean, Jerry saying something is never gonna really be the answer. It's not, because just because you want people to step out and say, okay, yeah, you said something about Black Lives Matter, whatever. That no, it's no. What's gonna happen is gonna get muddy.
Right,
And I
but
don't want the cause muddy. I want it to
right.
be very focused like it is. Because what happened is when Drew Brees said something and stepped in it, because it's focused, they corrected him. But then when Jerry says something, everybody go try to get into that ratings race, and it's gonna start getting muddy and ugly again. And somebody waiting to tweet, right? Because what did he do to Goodell? Goodell, are you really gonna let your players take a knee? And then it's gonna be Trump went at Jerry, and it's gonna become Trump and Jerry Jones versus the real conversation about justice.
Well, all I got to, like I said, I'm gonna just go back and say this: if you don't like it and you think Jerry Jones is this and that, and you feel like, oh, you know what, that's racist, and that, and Cowboys your squad, then that shouldn't be your team no more. You feel me?
Right.
That shouldn't be your team. Like, if you feel that strongly about it, I don't feel that he is that way. So I'm not going to be switching my teams because of it. I probably would be considering thinking of switching my team if I felt that way, but I don't feel that way. But as I said before, everybody's jumping up and talking about Jerry Jones, but there's other owners out there that ain't saying jack poo. And then I'm not using that. I don't want to hear that excuse. Oh, they're waiting for Jerry Jones to say something. No, this is a situation where you don't need a Jerry Jones to say something. You can jump out there and say something on your own on a sensitive matter like this. You don't need a Jerry Jones really to do anything. You can step up as an owner and say something. You're waiting for a Jerry Jones to say something. I don't believe that, man. And I mean, I just don't get a lot of this stuff that's going on because everybody's talking like, why Jerry Jones ain't saying nothing. Y'all ain't saying nothing about these other owners, and I'm not making a pass for Jerry, but nobody's saying nothing about these other owners that ain't being quiet on this subject too, on Black Lives Matter. Like I said, money talks with me. Okay. If you not words, I don't want people coming out and making a statement just like Drew Brees. You come out and make a statement, and all of a sudden you get people going ham on you. And then the next less than 24 hours, I was wrong. And then you're making all these videos, I was wrong. Do I really know you wrong, or are you just saying that because now it's a PR move and now you need that team to be blocking for you? Now your players need to be fighting for you. And I bet I messed up. I better change this, but I don't really believe this, but it's the good thing to do. So we don't know just because an owner steps out there and says Black Lives Matter. You really believe that? We don't know that. So what we gonna supposed to believe that if Jerry Jones jump out there now and says Black Lives Matter and this police brutality is wrong, all of a sudden we're supposed to think, I knew that's what I'm talking about, Jerry. Come on, dog. I'm sorry, I don't believe that.
Hey man,
Yeah.
I gotta let you guys know. So we got Nate about to come in.
Oh, okay. Man, he on time, man.
I told you he was gonna be on time. Green Beret.
He probably gonna be on that 15 minutes for real too.
But
So we gonna be in and out.
We might, unfortunately though, we might have to
10
come
minutes.
out and come back in.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, because the thing.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all got the
You just
message.
text me.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, I sent you I sent both of you guys a message.
Do I have to resend it to
him? Possibly. So guys, if you're listening, give us about 3 minutes here. We'll be
Don't go nowhere.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Is he already here?
He's in.
We might need to push through because we promised 15 minutes, man. I'd rather just cut us off than
we have less. We have literally less than that. So just let me get in and get back. Let me get out and get right back in. If I need to send a new link, I'll get you. But it might not need that new link. So guys, we'll be right back with Nate Boyer. Stick with us.
So click out and come back in. Nate, hey man.
1 second.